Thanks for joining us on Plus TV Africa. My name is Felicity Ezewike. The National Assembly Joint Ad Hoc Committee has recommended the immediate suspension of Omo-Agege, the senator representing Delta Central, for 180 legislative days over the theft of the Senate maize. The recommendation was made by the committee investigating the invasion of the Senate. The decision was made at the conclusion of their investigation. The committee also recommends that Senator Omo-Agege be prosecuted alongside 6 other suspects who accompanied him into the chamber on the day of the incident. They are to be prosecuted for treasonable felony assault on National Assembly members of staff, conspiracy to steal, and eventual theft of the Senate maize. The committee also recommends a total review of the National Assembly security architecture. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday arrived Ekiti State for the All Progressive Congress Mega Rally ahead of the state's governorship election scheduled for July 14th. The Mega Rally is to canvass for votes for the party's candidate in the election, Dr. Kayode Fayemi. The rally, holding at Oluyemi Kayode Stadium, has in attendance APC chieftains such as Bola Tinubu, Bisi Akonde, Segun Oshoba, SSA to the President on Foreign Relations and Diaspora, Abike Dabiri, Secretary to the Federal Government, Boss Mustafa, Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Dambazua, retired, and Senator Andy Uba. Buhari arrived in the company of Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. The Lagos State Police Command says it has discovered the company that allegedly prints fake ballot papers for the upcoming Ekiti State governorship election. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Edgar Imohimi. According to the CP, the police made the discovery following intelligence reports, which also revealed that some of the printed ballot papers had already been moved to Ekiti in 3 Hilux vans on Friday, July 6. Imohimi further stated that officers were immediately deployed to the location in Gbadaga to confirm the information. Subsequently, it was discovered that the company had 2 buildings, and after a search was done, several items such as laptops, some election materials such as a copy of Form EKSEICA1, 1 booklet of form, among others, were discovered. The statement further noted that it was discovered that the company is owned by one Eniola Fayose, an indigene of Ikire, Ekiti, and reportedly has a contractual agreement with the Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission to print the election materials found during the search. The All Progressive Congress says the new coalition of the United Political Parties cannot stop President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election in 2019. Secretary of the APC in Nasarawa, Aliyu Bello, told newsmen in Lafia on Tuesday that Buhari came to power on the goodwill of the people and would leverage on this achievement so far. He described the coalition as a gang-up of the political class who were not comfortable with the feat recorded by Buhari, especially in the fight against corruption. Bello, however, said that the coalition was a wake-up call for the APC to redouble its efforts ahead of 2019. The People's Democratic Party joined 30 other political parties and groups to form the CUPP on Monday after signing a memorandum of understanding. The Senate Ad Hoc Committee on the review of the 1999 Constitution met Tuesday after plenary on the issue of state police and community policing. The Senate moved in support of state police and community policing last week over the incessant killings in the country. The Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Koremadu, who is the chairman of the Ad Hoc Committee on the review of the 1999 Constitution, made the announcement at the commencement of plenary in the Senate on Tuesday.
I contend that given the circumstances of our time, we are aware that there are a lot of states that might not be able to establish and sustain a state police, and therefore they will be left to the whims and caprices of the federal police. We are saying that when that comes, let those states enjoy the benefit of a police that is accountable, a police that is responsible, a police that is well funded.
Because the state police will never take away the Nigerian police force, in my humble view. And when we eventually, and that is my view, through with the second reading of this bill, I want this bill to be subjected to very serious public scrutiny where all the former Inspector Generals of Police must be invited.
I believe that we'll respond to the dynamism of society when we perform some of these functions, because the society is dynamic, and so try as much as possible to make sure that we update our laws to meet with this dynamism and be able to serve our people better.
The police command in Enugu State has rescued the abducted Enugu-based Catholic priest without payment of ransom demanded by his abductors. Reverend Father Paulinus Udenwagu of St. Mark's Catholic Church Nsude in Udi local government area of the state was abducted on the 4th of July during his routine jogging exercise within the axis. The command spokesman, SP Ebere Amarizu, said in a statement that the Catholic priest was released unhurt. Amarizu said that investigation had commenced into the incident, adding that one person has been arrested in connection with the kidnap. When we return, we'll bring you updates on the successful Thai cave rescue mission and more. Don't go away. News coming in from South Africa says at least 19 people have been injured in a plane crash near the city of Pretoria in South Africa. Local emergency services posted pictures on Twitter showing passengers being helped out of a plane in a grassy field. We'll give you more details as the story unfolds. After several days of the painstaking rescue mission, every member of the whiteboard team has been rescued from the flooded cave in Thailand. The coach was the last to be rescued a few hours ago. The 12 boys and their coach had been trapped for over 2 weeks. This is after a 3-day rescue operation by rescue divers. The final boy and his coach, rescued Tuesday, are still being treated at an on-site medical center, while 3 other boys have been transported to a nearby hospital, where 8 of their teammates are recuperating after being rescued Sunday and Monday. The boys are being treated for malnutrition and will be kept under observation in the hospital for a week. The death toll as a result of heavy rains in the southwest of Japan has risen to at least 122 people, with at least 27 others missing. The heavy rains destroyed thousands of homes and nearly 17,000 households have been without power, with phone lines down across various locations. Rescue efforts by police, fire departments and military are ongoing in affected areas for those unaccounted for. Complicating repair efforts is the fact that many railways and highways are closed because they are too flooded to operate, making many affected areas out of reach. Away from that, President Tayyip Erdogan has named his son-in-law Berat Albayrak as Treasury and Finance Minister in an updated cabinet which removed the former Deputy Prime Minister Mehmet Simsek. The appointment came hours after Erdogan was sworn in on Monday with sweeping new executive powers. Erdogan took the oath of office in the parliament and then proceeded to address international leaders gathered for the event at the presidential palace in Ankara, promising a strong government and a strong Turkey. He assured the people present that Turkey begins a new start moving forward. At least 232 civilians were killed and 120 women and girls raped in attacks by South Sudan government troops and allied forces in opposition-held villages, the UN Human Rights Office said on Tuesday. A United Nations investigation identified 3 commanders suspected of bearing the greatest responsibility in the violence in Unity State between April 16 and May 24 that may amount to war crimes, it said in a statement. The perpetrators must not be allowed to get away with it, said UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Zaid Ra'ad Al Hussein. Those who ordered and facilitated these horrific crimes must be brought to account. Kenya has signed a mutual legal assistance framework with Switzerland for the return of assets acquired from proceeds of corruption and crime. The new deal, signed at State House Nairobi, is expected to enhance an existing memorandum of understanding on the repatriation of proceeds of graft. Speaking after the signing of the legal assistance framework, The president of Swiss Confederation, Alain Besset, said the agreement will expedite the recovery of proceeds of crime starched in his country. Business reports after this, to stay with us. Sounding the closing gong at the Nigerian Stock Exchange was Austin Avuru, Chief Executive Officer at Seplat Petroleum Development Company, PLC. The Nigerian stock market closed with a downward trend today as all-share index dropped by 0.06% to close at 37,421.01. Leading the list of top gainers was Fort Oil, which gained 2 naira 7 kobo. Other gainers were Custodian with 49 kobo, ETI with 2 kobo, Unilever 15 kobo, and NEM 1 kobo. Leading the list of top losers were Seplat, which shared 15 naira, Total with 10 naira, WAPCO with 2.25 naira, Guarantee 1.4 naira, and MB, which dropped by 1 naira 1 kobo. The top traders were Zenith Bank, FBNH, Transcorp, Guarantee, Sovereigns. Market capitalization closed at 13.555 trillion naira, while the total deals in today's stock market were 4,043. Still ahead on Plus TV News is a roundup in sports and entertainment. Do stay with us.
And in entertainment, one of Ghana's biggest musical exports and dancehall act, Stonebwoy, who is currently on his world tour, Epistles of Mama, showed his patriotism in Geneva as he gave them some language lessons. The dancehall act posted the video of him teaching concertgoers in Geneva one of the Ghanaian languages. Actor, producer, director Tyler Perry has surprised actress Tiffany Haddish with a brand new car and a Tesla Model X, which Tiffany has been clamoring for. As she complained of having no time in her schedule to purchase the car, Tyler decided to do so and give Tiffany the car, which goes for as much as $80,000. The first recording contract for the music group Jackson 5 with the late Joe Jackson's signature will be up for sale at Guernsey's auction house in New York. The themed auction will see African-American historic and cultural treasures on sale on the 25th and 26th of July. The record contract was between Steeltown Records and the Jacksons, signed by Joe on behalf of his 5 sons. The auction will cover more than 700 items from civil rights movement, African-American films and music. It is predicted that the auction will break records in various categories. And that's it on entertainment. Up next are the various best in sports.
Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoku with the big stories breaking around the world of sports. The 12 young footballers freed from a cave in Thailand have been offered the chance to attend the World Cup final but are too ill to travel. This is coming out from FIFA. And drivers completed the rescue of the Wild Boars football team and their coach earlier today, 17 days after they got trapped underground. And offers of support have come from across the world, with Manchester United offering the chance to attend a game. And England's Kyle Walker and Jack Butland have offered to send kits to the boys. And those offers have come after one of the boys rescued was pictured wearing an England shirt. And FIFA had invited the boys to fly to Moscow for Sunday's World Cup final, but said they would not be able to go as they needed time to recover. And over to transfers, Arsenal have completed the signing of midfielder Lucas Torreira from Italian Serie A club Sampdoria. And the 22-year-old has signed a long-term contract with the Gunners after both clubs agreed a deal reportedly worth £26 million. And Torreira becomes the fourth signing since Emery took charge of the club at the start of the summer, and Emery replaced Arsene Wenger, who had been in charge of Arsenal for the last 22 years. And the Spanish manager has also signed Socrates Papastathopoulos. There's also Bernd Leno and Stefan Lichtsteiner as he makes his mark at his new club. While confirming the transfer, the club also revealed that the Uruguay international would wear the number 11 jersey for the new season. And still on transfers, Cristiano Ronaldo has made an astonishing move to Juve after Real Madrid granted him permission to leave Santiago Bernabeu. And Ronaldo met Juventus club president Andrea Agnelli on Tuesday afternoon, that's earlier today, in a hotel in Greece. And Real Madrid confirmed the transfer late on today. In a statement, the club admitted that they had granted Ronaldo with his wish to leave the club. And Ronaldo is signing a 4-year contract with an annual salary of about 30 million euros. And in Italy, clubs have to pay the same amount in tax, which takes the total cost of the transfer to 340 million euros. And it has to do with 100 million euros in transfer fees plus 240 million euros in salary and taxes. And for Ronaldo, he says, I only have feelings of enormous gratitude for this club. And for this, Ronaldo wrote in an open letter to Real Madrid fans saying, I have had 9 absolutely wonderful years at the club. And over to the game that will be going down today in the World Cup, talking about the semi-finals of the game between France and Belgium. France will battle Belgium for a place in the finals of the ongoing Russia 2018 FIFA World Cup. And 1998 winners France will be depending on players like Olivier Giroud, Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, and N'Golo Kante to help lift the nation above the team that has been tagged as the Golden Generation. That's Belgium, who have players like Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku. And for France, they'll be hoping to emulate their success in 1998, while Belgium will be playing in their first semi-final in 32 years after they knocked out Brazil from the tournament. And France and Belgium have played each other twice at the World Cup. And the first time was back in the opening round in 1938 when the French recorded a 3-1 win. And France and Belgium are very familiar foes, having played each other a staggering 73 times. And it's the Belgians who have the better head-to-head record, having won 30 to the French 24, and 19 games ended in a draw. But in competitive games, France have won 5, with Belgium winning 3 and 3 draws. And the last match between the two teams took place in 2015, with Belgium running out 4-3 winners with 2 Marouane Fellaini goals in an exciting friendly in Paris. Looking forward to that one. 7 p.m. will be the kickoff time, and we always say, may the better team win. That's much we can take on Sport Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoku.
Thanks, Udoka, and that's the size of our package this evening. Thanks for watching. My name is Felicity Ezewike. Do enjoy the rest of your day.